Information soaked inside the mind. Wisdom, experience, we're focused on your grind. Understanding comprehension through the quotes and all lines. And respect that should be given to your folks at all times. Expect to be amazed with what I'm posting online. From the funky instrumentals to my logos and designs. Message on the garment, plus it comes with hard rhymes. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and respect at all times.
What?
Dropping heat rocks on y'all bitch ass. You know what I'm saying?
That was you, baby. That was them. That was them. Uh-huh. As you can see, all of these pictures, even the ones down here, where the black folks? Where are the black people, baby? Where we at? Let's move on. But I you know, every picture I'ma ask you, what race or nationality do these women look like today? What nationality? Oh, wait. Cuban, Mexican, Spanish. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, baby. You've been amazing today, Queen. Thank you so much. Europeans, natives, shit, a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. Now you seeing. Now you seeing what I'm saying. Now you are seeing what I'm saying. But hold up. I'm about to fuck your head up. I know you fucking lying.
Message.
Woo, get in here, get in here, get in here. This is deep. Oh, boy, this is some juicy tea today. And before I start, if you'd like to donate, I greatly appreciate it. Now, we learned about Black Wall Street, but we got to start right here. How did they get to Black Wall Street? During this Indian 1866 Oklahoma peace treaty for the Indians, which is us by contract. Now, we looking at a couple of pictures and we noticed something funny. All this was ours, right? But guess who was involved? In bombing Oklahoma. U.S. Army planes and white peoples. But why did they do it? It was something that was on Oklahoma land that made black peoples get so rich. Now, in order for you to have 37 branches and one central branch bank, do you know what 37 banks is? Just only nothing but us? How did they get so rich? We had to follow the money trail. Now, we looking at the pictures close up. All these cars and all these buildings is owned, even railroad tracks is owned by the freedmen. But how did they get all this money? This is how they got all the money. When we follow the money trail, they had so many minerals that they was trading with other countries, oil companies, Marshall Fields, Walmart, the U.S. government, and these people was trillionaires. Here goes some more minerals, but they was trading in gold. You see, gold, all this, man. Here goes some more minerals. Do you know how many minerals that is? This is why it was an inside job with the army and the white folks. And yes, it was a terroristic massacre. The weapons, guns, and explosives. Here goes some of the minerals right here. You see all these minerals? And that's just half of the minerals. Here go more minerals. But not only that, they had limestone. What is limestone? Limestone is what the pyramids was built out of around America. This is why so many pyramids around America. And this is Oklahoma. When they start surveying the land, they figure out that these white folks was getting money by minerals, gold, all in the bank. And we still own Oklahoma during the Indian Peace Treaty. You and I, we own these minerals today. Yes.
Every Native American tribe I've met, every federal petition I've met, all use Jim Crow and the Plecker Law and eugenics and all the different things to argue their federal petitions. They have to identify as Negroes to be recognized as an Indian tribe. Think about
deep.
that.
That's deep.
Southeast Indians that apply has to prove they have Negro in them to be recognized. Don't believe me? Look it up, check it out. My argument has always been to them, why is the Yamasee a problem? I can tell you why the Yamasee is a problem. Because we're the only tribe that look like we were identified. How do I fake being a Negro? They be like, oh, y'all pretendians. How do you fake being a Negro? This is a description of my people. How do I pretend to be something that I, quote, look like? But you're descendants of us. Let's do one better. They say Seminole, Seminole, Cimarron, Maroon. So I hear my Maroon brothers say, oh, we're Maroons. To them, that equates to African. No, it doesn't. Cimarron, runaways, wild ones, the runaways. And you'll hear Seminole people say, no, that's not true. Well, I got links in our IG that says, yes.
They don't want for that to come out.
They don't want that to come out. Because, see, they don't know. They're still following the same oppressors that they say oppress them. They're following their information. Most of the websites and information you get in Native American tribes that they say is oral tradition isn't oral tradition. It is a regurgitation of what the Europeans said.
It's written tradition. Yeah.
Right? But when we look at the word Seminole, runaway, you're going to tell me that those you see as Seminoles today look like Negroes on a slave plantation. That the colonists couldn't mistake them. Those my Negroes. You're going to tell me that the slave narratives inside of the court documentation, the judicial system that they have within the Lord proprietors, and all of the documentation that they have, which identified these as people as Negro that came off a ship, because that's what they did. They falsified paperwork. What do they call them? What is the terminology? I'm looking. I just had to come up with this the other day. Not the memoir, the manifesto. Thank you.
Oh, Aaron, he on it with the document.
I appreciate
that. That's gonna be
100%.
Yeah.
Thank you. So in the manifesto, it says from Africa, blah 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 blah. Right? So how do you, as this light-skinned brother, say that I look like my original people, I'm full-blooded, and you don't look like none of what they described your people as? But I can show you where the Creek people, all identified as Negroes. Matter of fact, I can even show you where books say the invention of the Creek Nation, which people hate when I do that. When I sat before Stephen Hahn and we had the 300th year anniversary for the Yamasee War, and the question was asked, it sounds like you're saying, what was the difference between a Creek and a Yamasee? And the man paused, and you could see him breathe like, I got to really answer this. He said there was none. Why? Because the Yamasee were identified as Negro.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
So we can prove that Native American people were sent to the West Indies, right? That's a fact. He said, yes, that's documented. No one can dispute that there was Native American people sent to West Indies. So I said to him, where are they at? Where are the people who look like the Indian people here in America? Where are they at in the West Indies? Where's this group of people who look like the, quote, Seminole people today, the Creek people today, the Cherokee people today?
It's a good question. Yeah.
The Lakota, because see, I'm attacking them now because now it becomes a problem. Like, oh, you know, no, stop. If they sent millions of Indians over to the West Indies, 1680 to 1750, let's just simplify it and say they just sent 51,000. How are you going to send 51,000 people to Jamaica, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Antilles, Antigua? Name all of the countries and islands that make up the West Indies. It wasn't 51,000.
Wow.
Again, they said they sent more Indians over to the West Indies than they brought African people here. So there have to be a way more Indians over in the West Indies than there is people in America.
Wow.
Where are they at if they look like the people we see today? Just common sense questions. This is what they're scared of. The common sense questions.
Understand we're at Fort St. Catholic Beach here where...
Yeah, this, in the background here is Fort St. Catherine's Beach, as well as the old fort. Many years ago, in, like I said, 1609, the Sea Venture sunk, was shipwrecked out here, and the passengers, the 140 men and 10 women, came ashore here. In essence, start the colonization of Bermuda.
It's a blessing. I like your, tell me about that. Where did you get that?
Well, my good friend Anawan Reed, He gave me this here as a gift towards my my higher learnings towards the Eastern War dance and doing well in it. So he'll donate something to my regalia.
Very nice.
Wow, I mean, just to be in this regalia is an honor. Mother bear me this for me, and it's just an honor because, like I said before, we are survivors, so it's like, for me to be my cultural dress, it means a lot to me because it means that, hey, I'm alive, we survived, you know, we're still here.
You know, the hard part about with the Bermudian natives is, you know, trying to link them to what tribe. We know we all look alike, but to try to track down like who belongs to Narragansett, Wampanoag, Pequot, you know, what fractions. I think that's what's going to be challenging. You know,
Sometimes when I'm here, I would just double take. I was think I've seen a cousin. I'm ready to call out to him. Say, no, so no, that's not.
A lot of similar
Very similar in features, but not even just features. I mean, features is one thing, but even the way how we interact and how warm we feel, which is a great thing.
So, there's a lot of families that at Bermuda, it's not just Pequot connection.
No.
There's other connections.
There's other connections as well. Like, I know a few people that said the Cherokee, Micmac, then my aunt, who's married to my uncle, she's a Shinnecock, you know, and she met my uncle. Yeah, there's a lot of other tribes, but what our community tries to do is bring them all together.
we went to Bermuda for the festival, for their powwow over there, and that was my first time, and it reminded me of our old ways. Just the way it used to be in Mashpee, just the way it was here at Pequot land. We're the same people, we're all Algonquin, and it was like being at home with all your people. Everyone looked alike, it felt like it was at home, and I can't wait to go back.
What I found on our first reconnection, when we had the libation, you know, for the families and stuff, that was the most moving part. I mean, from the time I walked over to Red Hill, tears were just streaming down my eyes. Everybody. I looked around and nobody said anything. Nobody said, but everybody can feel the spirit. In fact, Dred and Baja, who did the camera work, they said they captured on there a face of an Indian head, right? And they said they had to break the camera down really, and focus it down so you could see it. And that's when we had put the libations into the water. The reefs, the reefs and stuff. So when they saw that, he said he saw like a spirit of a Native American Indian.
So now I'm gonna tie it into you. When you go into my Instagram page, because everything that I provide is always a link and historical narrative.
Yes, sir.
And you look at the Bureau of Indian Affairs, these people, the Department of the Interior, who federally recognize people. They take the historical narrative and their historical proof that they're tied to a historical people, and they take that information and say, how are you connected to them? Okay, you're federally recognized. And so they become a federally chartered organization. And you look at the documentation they have, it says to you, oh, the Creek Nation did very well as a Negro nation. Oh, stop, back up. Hold on. The Creek Nation was a Negro nation? And they talk about a Creek Negro Indian who was controlling it in the late 1800s. Wow. See, all this ties back into the Indians that were sent to West Indies. See, you a lot of times people hear what I'm saying and they get caught up in what I'm saying at that particular time, but they never tie it all in. I'm trying to hey, let me lay this out here, and then y'all can figure out this part piece by piece, right? Because that's the part of the puzzle. But when we look at this part of it, now the question becomes, if the Creek people, and I can delve deep in that, you know me, I hate doing paraphrasing. I love quoting. But if we dive deep and we go into what it identified the Creek Nation as, there was not a Creek Indian that was not identified as a Negro. So I'll say real simple, where's the Negroes at? Oh, they're the freedmen now.
Yep.
They're the freedmen begging to be identified by those who was once not even considered Creek. That's documented. That's documented. That there was a different class of Creeks. The Creeks who were Creeks all looked like Negroes or considered Negroes to be Creeks. And then there was the mulattoes, there was the mixed breeds, there was those who looked even white. And I'm not going to leave this show without literally quoting that statement because that is more powerful than anything else when it comes to our identity. And me saying to people, stop looking for acceptance.
That's right.
But the only way I can do that, if I take that away from you, I have to provide you with something. And I'm providing them with the historical narratives and facts. And this ain't me. Don't get mad. Don't want to kill me. Just understand we all have the ability to research and read. This is not me wanting to disrupt a system or society. This is me saying that we have been separated and taken away from our identity so much so that people who are claiming to be African American don't even feel that connection. What is African about you? What do you do that's African? Let's do them better. Let's simplify all that. Let's simplify all of it. You're saying we all came together if you accept being African American. I came on the ship that you came on. Yet for some reason, Mr. British, Mr. German, Mr. Spaniard, the applications and surveys don't say British American. The job applications don't say German American. You're all foreigners if I'm a foreigner. Why is it that you uniquely want to say African American?
Trying to specify it, yeah.
Right. What are you keeping us from? See, no one's questioning this. We just accept it blindly. And I say, well, what do you do that's African? So throughout the years and over this last century, Kwanzaa, June 10th, Gullah Geechee, a word and term that wasn't even used until the 1980s.
That's what I was going to ask you about, yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And pushing the narrative. Why?
Yeah.
And the same people, the Gullah people that I talk to, my grandmother was full-blooded Indian. Okay, so back up. And Indian tribes is matrilineal. It's a matrilineal society. So if your grandmother is, you are.
It's through the mother. Yeah.
It's through your mother. You got a grandmother, that means you got a mother. What was she? It gets real. Listen, I'm here to start problems. I'm gonna be in trouble for this one too.
We're gonna be part of prom tonight. We're gonna be part.
It's gonna be a problem.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
So who are the Native Americans? We saw last time several shocking things that genetics has recently revealed, and this comes from a paper that was just published April of 2020, work I've been doing in collaboration with others. We've seen that the Native Americans today are not the first Americans. They arrived in the early AD era, somewhere between 250 AD and maybe 800 AD, from Central Asia. They came over, either mixed or perhaps wiped out whoever was here first. And this shock raises all sorts of other questions that we're now trying to uncover the answers to. Why did they leave Central Asia? What pushed them out? Why would they leave their homelands, make the dangerous trek across the Bering Strait to a land that's foreign, and engage people and overtake them? What did they do once they arrived here? What's their story besides just they came here and the rest is history? And of course, it raises the question of who were the people who were here first? Who did they come from?
Oh, shit.
In writing this book, I also realized that they're telling the story of America like the Union and the Confederacy is the only story of America. That only covers one half of America, completely leaving out the French Creole America that was claimed in 1685 with the Doctrine of Discovery, which included 30 states. It literally included everything that was not the 13 states. And what they practiced was indigenous slavery. The 13 states practicing the African slave trade until 1808 did not overpopulate the 30 states of the French Creole America that was practicing indigenous slavery. The same indigenous slavery that they were practicing at the same exact time in modern day Haiti, because it was not called Haiti yet. And the Louisiana Territory and Haiti would not be separated from each other until the French Revolution around 1808, when all African slavery ended. And then the numbers of slaves from that time until 1856, when Dred Scott was born, rose by 3 million. But there was no Africans.
40 million black people in America. are the role models for 1.8 billion black people in the world. When we say something's cool, it's cool in Tibet. When we say something's a dud, it's a dud in North Korea. We have mastered culture, community, and cool and creativity, yes or no? So now all we have to do is switch, become bilingual, and master capitalism, commerce, and a new community. Don't go from rocking the mic to owning it. So I want you just to shift your brain. In other words, you are the capital. You already have what you need. When you walk in a room, you are unique. Everybody wants to be you, except they don't want to be black.
The black man in America is the most copied man on this planet, bar none. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. How about that question?